That's a drop top coupe. Said you wanna drive it down real soon. I just wanna love you like I do, cause I never had someone like you. Ain't nobody got this love, got me cuffed. Ain't nobody, babe. All I need is love. I just wanna run away with you. I'm just hoping that you see and you notice. Can't stop with the way I've been falling. Roll back cause I'll catch when you're falling. I just need to know your mind when I'm calling. Girl, let me provide your needs. Freaky girl under the sheets. But you love when things start slowing down. I know you got me, baby. That's a drop top coupe. Said you wanna drive it down real soon. I just wanna love you like I do, cause I never had someone like you. Ain't nobody got this love, got me cuffed. Ain't nobody, babe. All I need is love. I just wanna run away with you. Baby, I want you. Baby, I want you. Wanna love you like I do. Someone like you. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. Na, 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 na. Baby, say you love me cause that's all I need. Drop on the back cause it's all on me, yeah. I put my trust in you cause I'm all in. I keep it tied up too on a solid. Cause I can't hide all these feelings. But baby, your love got me tripping. I'll show you just what I mean, cause you deserve both things you want, baby. It's a drop top coupe. Said you wanna drive it down real soon. I just wanna love you like I do, cause I never had someone like you. Ain't nobody got this love, got me cuffed. Ain't nobody, babe. All I need is love. I just wanna run away with you. Baby, I want you. Baby, I want you. Wanna love you like I do. Someone like you. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh. That's a drop top coupe. Said you wanna drive it down real soon. I just wanna love you like I do, cause I never had someone like you. Ain't nobody got this love, got me cuffed. Ain't nobody, babe. All I need is love. I just wanna run away with you. Yeah, I want you. Baby, I want you. Wanna love you like I do. Someone like you. Yeah. Oh, 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 oh.
Good evening, everyone. I just realized I'm very low down here. I should probably move this a little bit. Good evening. Welcome to part 3, or well, part 4 technically, if we count every single listening to your song suggestions stream that I've made. However, it's the third day in a row here because you're all going crazy with the amount of suggestions that you send in. Yeah, I've had to split them up. I really want to get around to finishing this one up before 9:30 today as well. So I'll do my best in that. Today I've actually prepared the little playlist for the songs that we will listen to. There have been 16 songs submitted, which is kind of pushing it towards my top limit. We'll see if we'll get through all of them. The last few ones were submitted, they were submitted today. So we'll see if we can get around to those. I will basically be doing this. I will cut it off at 9:30, and the ones that we haven't listened to today, I'll save them for the next one. So if I don't get to the song that you suggested today, be on the lookout for the next one. I'm not promising that there will be a stream tomorrow, but then I guess Thursday or whatever. So hopefully you don't mind. Anyway, there will absolutely not be anything open for submitting tonight because I can't get an even bigger queue at the moment. So yeah. Basically, what it says on Spotify is that we have 1 hour and 6 minutes of songs to listen to. As I said, we'll see if we get through all of them. However, I'm more efficient now, of course, since I prepared the playlist already. However, I will, of course, also read what you sent in your messages. if you said anything in particular, or if you just sent the link. Both ways work fine. But yeah, I will be reading whatever you've written to me. Yeah, I don't really think there is there anything else I need to say in this introduction? Probably not. We're throwing this one on. I want to say, of course, a hello to everyone who's joining into the chat. Nice to see you all. Welcome for this lovely Tuesday evening of just listening to some tracks submitted by all of you. And we're starting with a song that was sent in by Shay Foyle. I'm not sure if Shay Foyle is here right now, but Shay Foyle is next on the list. Sent in the Spotify link and said Blood and Butter by Caroline Polachek from her 2023 album Desire I Want to Turn Into You. I'm not sure if you're familiar with Caroline, but this song is great. I am familiar with her, but I haven't listened to her enough, I would say. Usually when I've listened to the songs by her, I've liked them. I think this, of course, it's her most famous song, I just realized. But I did really listen to So Hot You're Hurting My Feelings quite a lot when it was released. I would say 2019, probably. It was actually in my Groody picks that year. But other than that, I haven't really listened to that much from her. So this is going to be an interesting one. The song Blood and Butter is the first one we will listen to. Let me know if the audio is fine as we start going. And let's start listening to some music. First one in from Shay Foyle. And quite a cool soundscape. You got the church bell in the back. A bit of detailing here and there. The panning is crazy.
The place is here, the here is inside you. Where did you come from, you?
Her vocal style is certainly something that I find pretty cool. The fact that she's using, you know, her vocals as an instrument in the background as well. The panning on it as well. Left there. Right there. It's nice. It's immersive. The coincidence, Eva Sophie. Playing around like a lot with the kind of sound effects, like they've reversed certain sounds in creating rhythms. A really nice part with the acoustic guitar being the bass, and then the vocals definitely. I really like the vocals in this song. Again with these reversed sounds. That's a really cool kind of feedback on the synth here to create the rhythm of this. And as well, the panning, you know, it's still very poignant. Varies as well, a bunch with like rhythms and the different parts of the song. They have different approaches, but it's definitely a part of the cohesion, I'd say. It's definitely very creatively put together, I have to say. A lot of intriguing sound design choices. The arrangement is very detailed. Feels very fleshed out. We're throwing in a bagpipe in your song. All the more power to you. Just go for it. Feels like the guitar is picking up a little as well. Lovely melody. Really lovely with the layering on the vocals as well. definitely an extended part of the track here to finish it off. Something very intriguing about how it keeps descending. It just doesn't stop. It just keeps going. That is a very intriguing listen, I gotta say. I think vocally she sounds so great in these kinds of songs. Really like brings out the best in her voice. I would also say that the production is very strong on it. I think the sound design is really playful. The arrangement overall is incredibly creative in just the way that they want to put together different instrumental inputs. They reverse them, they kind of, you know, stack them in, what do you say, unconventional ways, to just kind of create a soundscape unlike most others. I think the song stands out massively because of that, and her style as a whole definitely stands out a lot compared to other artists. Whether it's something for you or not, that's you know, the subjective thing about it, but I definitely think you can appreciate the creativity behind it, because it really doesn't want to be like anyone else's kind of stuff. They want to have tons of fun putting it together and take unconventional and uncommon ideas and put them together and creating a cohesive package of it all. I enjoyed that. I did. I would say that the composition of it wasn't probably like the most catchy or so, but it doesn't really set out to be that, I suppose. So it's more like about the immersive feel of the track, which I find quite cool. So thank you for sending that one in, Shay Foyle. And I do agree with you, that song was indeed great. So thank you for sending that one in. I'm moving on to, this was sent in by Joger1322. And this was before I asked all of you to just send in one at a time, because I can give Joger here the benefit of the doubt that you sent in 2 songs. We'll listen to both of them because you sent them in after I said please only submit one. We got he actually said only watch the second song if you have time. It's my favorite Greek song. However, we're not there yet. We will listen to both of them. First one is a city pop, which I love. Huge fan of you, Groot. Thanks for doing this. Oh, thank you. It's lovely of you to say. The first one is city pop then. It's called I Can't Stop the Loneliness by Henry. And let's listen to it. Has a little bit of like an ABBA vibe in the keys there early on. Got a little brass, okay. This is bouncy and upbeat. Certainly gets me invested. It sounds quite old. Let's see how old it is. 1983, wow, okay. I approve. It's again, you know, with the chord progressions, really cool. Great flow to this, very enjoyable for me anyway. And I love how much presence the brass is being allowed to take. And that's a little piano taken straight out of nowhere, just thrown in there. I love these chords, they're brilliant. Just the kind of mood shifts between the different chords, I think it's really lovely. I love those like little piano licks there, transitioning. Intro sounded like YMCA, yeah. Honestly, I love the brass so much. It's a great flow to this song. Very, very fun. Incredibly charming. Really cool bass walks in here as well, I would say. It's again with the, like the transitional parts of the song, ties it together well. How can you not think this just puts a smile on my face, this chorus. Instrumental continuation. Key change, why not? Yeah, this was a lovely listen, really. Of course, very classic with the 80s of fading out the outro. That was great fun, really great fun. What an uplifting chorus as well, really put me in a good mood. And like every time it just came around, the verses built so carefully towards as well. You definitely felt the tension in there while still being somewhat uplifting. And then every time the chorus just released, you felt like, wow, I'm just happy listening to it. It really lifts my spirits. Thank you so much for sending that one in, Joger. Seems like a lot of people in the chat room also enjoyed it. So I think you branched out some exposure to Anri here, who of course released this song back in 1983. So I'm not sure if she she needs the exposure now, but still, a lot of music is of course very timeless. Moving from a Japanese song into the Greek one that you talked about, which you said, wait, let's see. It's my favorite Greek song. Okay, so I have a lot of songs from Greece that I really, really love. So let's see if I can also find this to be the favorite one. It has some tough competition for me, but I'm very intrigued to hear what you got here. It's called Ohi Pia Erotes by Kore and Ydro. Let's see. Let's hear, I should say. Let's see where it's from actually. 2006, okay. Some like wooden board cracks. It's an atmospheric opening. It's really suspenseful opening, very atmospheric. It's a very careful vocal. Incredibly vulnerable. I like how the rhythmic hits there are laid out.
Όχι πια θάνατη, όχι πια διαβολή. τηλέφωνα ανοιχτά. Όχι πια πρόστιχα μηνύματα. Όχι πια γέλια και
Piano work is really pretty.
Όχι πια μέλισσες το βράδυ. Όχι γατάκια το πρωί.
Where are we going with this? Chord switching up. Elongated. It's a very pretty melody. It's kind of very heavily structured in terms of the flow of the track, very up and down. You definitely feel like these scaled back parts, they're very, very vulnerable. Like the truck comes in really well there. Like this chord interval, I don't know what's going on here. Very unique. Piano works great as well. Really fond of that. But it's also been kind of cool, like I mean, the instrumentation that we got kind of introduced to early on in the song, I would have probably liked to hear a little bit more of that throughout it. It's very emotionally loaded. I definitely felt the just tangible emotion from it, for sure. Yeah, very enjoyable, for me anyway. Fascinated that someone outside Greece knows about Kore Hydro. Well, how do we know that this person isn't from Greece? The Yoger 1322. I don't recognize the name, but maybe you do, Astron. I just realized we actually got another song suggestion in here from MFA Djibouti. I'm terribly sorry, but I can't listen to it today because there's just no time to do it today. Sorry, it'll have to wait for the next one. But thank you very much for sending both of those in, Joger. You definitely... I think a lot of people enjoyed what you sent in here, so nice one. Thank you for sharing. We actually have another song up next by Jonathan, who sent in his own song yesterday, and he's actually sent in another one of his. I don't know if I don't think he intended for them to be played in different streams. He sent them in by 9 minutes difference. However, we will listen to the second song that he sent in. Really enjoyed the first one he sent in, so let's see if the other one is equally good. It's called Var god vänta, which means like please hold, like wait, please wait. So yeah, let's listen to what it sounds like from Jonathan Hall. I like that bass walk, definitely. This is a really cool like instrumental choice to use for your opening as well. It's very warm, very uplifting so far. Variation in melody now for the continuation. It's nice. It's obviously like high energy from this drum loop as well. I think it's a nice opening for the song. Sets the tone quite nicely. Very wide vocal arrangement here. This layering is really effective. It's obviously very wide in the panning. Maybe a little bit overpowering in terms of the soundstage, like the vocal is very present. Great syncopation there. Those are very effective, those rhythmic hits. Okay, we dropped the beats. When is it coming back in? There we are. Alright, second verse. A little bit of detailing there as well, you know? Oh, nice! Like a little bit of an electric guitar line there, just variation, you know? The detailing. I'm very fond of that. I like that, like the breakup, and then when the percussion hits during the chorus, it hits really hard. There's a really cool flow to the melody here as well. There's something going on at the very back of the percussion here, I think like somewhere up here. A rather distracting sound really, I'm not sure what it is. It's like a feedback of something. Not sold on that personally. Love this melody. Wow. And now it's in the left ear, is it? Right ear? Yeah, this is very vibey. Really like this part. Okay. Whoops. Sorry. We're not right there. We're not there yet. Let's just put it on there for now. Thank you for sending this one in as well, Jonathan. It's a bit different from the one you sent in yesterday for sure. This is incredibly vibey and just really enjoyable in that. I like the flow of it a lot. I think the percussion works quite well throughout the whole thing. The energy is definitely there while still having this warm setting throughout the entire song, which is really enjoyable. It's altogether very, very nicely put together. I think a lot of fun things as well done rhythmically. The syncopation at times, when you really just kind of highlight certain rhythms that maybe you don't expect these to be the ones that kind of hammer home the catchiness of the track, I would say. Yeah, a lot of cool things about it, really. I had a few. I think definitely like the vocals when they first came in, they were a bit on the louder side. So that's probably one of the smaller things I would have liked done differently. And then there was a little bit of a strange sound up here in the soundstage. It kind of sounded like a feedback from the percussion that I found a little bit distracting. But right now I'm nitpicking, and those are really like the main things that I thought about. Other than that, everything just sounded pretty damn great. So thank you for sharing that one as well. I can't actually pick a favorite out of the two you sent because I enjoyed them both. So I can't really say anything on that one, but thank you very much for sending them in. It's been really fun listening to them. We got from Jordan here writing, "It's me, Yogurt1322. I'm from Greece actually. So thank you so much for reviewing. I'm at work. I will watch the stream when I get home." All good, all good. Thank you for sharing them, and enjoy the stream later. Hello, future Jordan. Did you enjoy it? We're moving on to Asterios next with also 2 songs to suggest actually, but we'll get through both of them. Don't worry, we will. And the first one of them is called Ka by Kostrok. And you said both of these 2 songs that you've submitted are from your favorite, 2 of your favorite albums. Have fun listening. I will, thank you. And you also said this is your first time donating to a YouTuber/streamer. Hope the money is well spent. Well, you'll be the judge on that. Whatever the case is, we will listen to the song you suggested by Kostrok and Ivan the X. I hope I picked the right song. If I haven't, you'd have to tell me. This is the one I found on Spotify, so let's listen to it. From 2016. Very colorful chords, these ones, I'd say. The bass walk, okay. And a little whispery vocal on it. I feel like it's a vibey one. The bass walk is really nice, isn't it? Great drum fill there as well. All muted electric guitar establishing rhythm. Great soundstage here. It's a foot tapper, 100%. Alright. It's quite chill in this progression as well. Smooth flow throughout. A lot of detailing as well, like very subtle ones. Oh. It's the way that the bass walks move between the sections of the track. Really nice. Thank you very much. Love me a guitar solo in there. That's a great continuation. You still maintain the energy from the backing track, provide a new variation to the song while maintaining the energy. Really great. My foot's still tapping. I'm sure yours is as well. Very cool, like sound design on this pulse here from that synth line. It's like so glitched out, it's chopped out entirely. I really love the bass work in this song, I have to say. Vocally very catchy as well. Yep, it's a vibe, for sure. Just keeps going, very energetic. Okay. You know, the piano chords have a really cool sound in this song. A lot of warmth to it, but they're definitely very staccato-esque. They create a bounce on their own, really. Very nice. A fun listen there by Kostrok and Ivan the X. Enjoyable song for sure. I did find quite a bit of enjoyment in that, and my foot definitely kept tapping throughout the whole thing, really. Yeah, very engaging and a lot of fun to listen to. Complete soundstage too. I love the bass work in the song. I think that's probably my favorite part of it, because you just felt like those lines in there, they really hit home with me. Share the playlist after, please. I will probably actually, like, this will not be the official playlist for it. Usually Simon is putting together playlists for these listening sessions, so maybe I can be like pretty please to Simon, and he can put one together for this one as well, so he can share that one. Hard to believe this was made in 2016. I mean, it has a little bit of a timeless quality to it, to be completely honest. Very enjoyable though. The second song that you sent in, Asterios, is called Softy by Kiltro? I don't know. Their most popular song is called Mi Capitan, so I have my assumptions. A Chilean-American band, okay. Known for its unique fusion of Latin folk, psychedelic rock, and ambient soundscapes. You know what? This sounds like it will be very much up my alley. From the album Underbelly from 2023. Okay, he just updates the one that he did for the first night. That's perfect. That's what he should do for sure. So you can just take a look in that playlist, and all of these songs will be in there. All right, let's listen to Softy by Kiltro here. It's a pretty long one. It's 5:58, just so you're aware. We got the ambient soundscape already, definitely. So they delivered on that front. The percussion is very careful in its introduction here. We already have combining rhythms here. Don't really know where this is gonna go, but it's very intriguing for me anyway. It's a little bit of like an ASMR up in here as well. And that's a dynamic input. The whole instrumentation comes in there. The chord progression, I mean,
there's a chair like a ghost rhythm. If you're quiet, I'm certain you'll hear it yourself. And don't disappear.
got the acoustic guitar in the left there now.
These are days where I'm waiting and wondering about what happens next. I got time, and it's freely given.
It's so wide, like it's complete. The soundstage is so wide here. The vocal elevates. Nice. Yet another one of these songs you can just drift away to for sure. It's very heavy on the world building here. So much reverb in it as well.
It's a hard and still weather. Do you break by the hammer or ring like a bell? In a fit,
When did we say this was from, really?
in a soft
2023, okay.
all those lines are just words that were spoken by somebody else. And boy, you start these
I
halls
love the flow of it as well. It's so mellow and really captivating in what it sets out to do.
There's a man who runs the show you never see. And where he walks, how I'm breathing stops, how he quiets things. I just don't know what you want from me.
They're filtering out the vocal here. You got a little bit of a radio effect on it, the equalizer. Very nice.
That's right. And I just had to know someone to see you. Just someone to see you. I just don't know what you want from me. Someone
Feels like there's some kind of hidden percussion building something in here as well. We'll see if that's actually the case. Vocals here make it really atmospheric as well. You definitely feel the ambition in this. Great layers. really like the guitar work in the left ear as well. It has a dynamic quality to it. It's in the right ear now. Unexpected. I mean, their description of ambient soundscapes, that's certainly it. An incredibly like transportive listen, I would say. I think that it definitely, you know, has world building as its main selling point, and I just got completely hooked into that. It just kind of felt like you could drift away to it and really just enjoy the moment of taking everything in that it kept going, because the instrumentation is so wide, and you definitely felt like the soundstage became a representation of that, I would say. And the vocals are really pretty as well, and how they're drowned in reverb, you know, adds to that atmospheric quality. I think that was a lovely listen. It was, of course, on the longer side, as we see Rodmore didn't make it through the whole thing. But I think that once you get lost in the moment of listening to it, I think that's really when at least I managed to connect with it. I definitely enjoyed listening to that, and it's quite fun as well. Like how when the song opened, you just felt like these scratching ASMR-like sounds building on top of each other. Quite an intriguing way to kick things off as well. Thank you for sharing it, Asterios. I'm very, very grateful that you did. It's like so cool. Like every time that I ask all of you to send in songs and such, I realize that I know not enough music, because you all, like, usually when you send in songs, it's like songs I've never heard before, or artists that I don't recognize. It happens every now and again that I'm like, I've heard of this artist, or in one case or maybe two cases throughout, I've actually known the song that you've sent in, but usually they are brand new to me, which is really, really cool. So I appreciate that. When ASMR stream, never, but if you want, you can listen to my voice right now, and that's the ASMR quality that you will receive, and no more. I don't know if that's how you do ASMR, like you do this on the microphone, or you can do, I have no idea. Anyway, we should move. Please no, sorry. We're moving on to an artist that I'm familiar with. Alipan sent this one in. I'm actually not familiar with the song though. Last time out, Alipan sent in, of course, the song by Massey Star, which I really loved. And this time, Alipan has sent in a song by, I actually don't know how you pronounce this this artist. It's Cocteau Twins. I'm sure most of you are familiar with them. They are pretty famous. They're they're an old band, but they're pretty cool. I have not heard the song "A Kissed Out Red Float Boat," however, which is the song that Alipan has sent in to me. So that is what we will listen to. Let's see if he wrote a comment. No, he just said, "Can you play A Kissed Out Red Float Boat by the Cocteau Twins, please?" I can indeed. Let's take a listen. That was still from the previous song. So this one's from '88, in case you wanted to know. It's quite an intense melody on this kind of arpeggio. Starts off the song quite nicely. A lot of synth work going together. We got the acoustic guitar coming in as well. It's a really wonderful vocal, I have to say. Yeah, my foot is already tapping. I like those chord intervals as well, but the vocal is really what hooks me anyway. Nice. Very nice. Got a little bit of electric guitar coming in there. It's from 88 Cat, at least according to Spotify. Again, I kind of feel like I'm drifting. Just a really full soundscape. Incredibly pleasant. And I love the vocals so much in this. The instrumental is so consistent, you know, but it's supposed to be that because you want to be immersed into it, and then the vocal is what really carries you through it. Lovely. This continuation, you know, it's purposeful. It knows you're just lost in the moment, I feel. I'm just kind of embracing that fact, I would say. Yeah, I think I can hear that as well, Kevin, for sure. The vocal style is quite reminiscent of course, what the Cranberries used to do. A little bit of a warmth from the Wilson Phillips vibe as well. Yeah. But there's obviously like a lot of heavy synth work in terms of, you know, sound effects. A lot of these kind of spacious and otherworldly inputs, I would say, which really, you know, just kind of sets that atmospheric tone to the song as well. That was quite an immersive listen for sure. Thank you for sharing that one in, Alipan. As I said before, I'm not super familiar with the actual songs that this group has made. I just am very much aware of them. Let's actually see what they say in their biography, because a group who's distinctly ethereal and gossamer, I've never seen this word before. Apparently I don't know English. Sound virtually defined the enigmatic image of the record label 4AD. So let's see. I'm always just kind of intrigued to see like how they identify their own sound, and yeah, it is ethereal. I have no idea what a gossamer sound is, but sure, let's just go with that. Very engaging as well. It felt quite captivating and definitely enjoyable. Thank you very much for sending that one in, Alipan. I did play it just like you requested, and I did enjoy it quite a bit, really. And so did a lot of other people in the chat as well, which is, gossamer means like delicate. Well, that makes sense. Is it really a common word? Let's actually look this up. Gossamer. How do you even pronounce it? If I search gossamer, I don't think you really want to know what comes up. It's apparently a character from the Looney Tunes show. So if you Google gossamer, it's like this orange furball with big shoes from the Looney Tunes. That's what comes up. Can I actually wait? Let's do this. Let's see. Maybe I can show you. Can I do it in the middle like this? Let's see. Image. Let's call it Gossamer. There you go. This is what comes up when you search for Gossamer. Why not? That's how Cocteau Twins. I don't know how to pronounce it. That's how they describe their music. It's basically this. Good to know. Okay, anyway, let's move on. Next up is Roddy Roo. Rodmorg was very generous with his donation, I'll just say that much. So I think that it's okay that you did submit, even though I said one song only, you did submit 3, but you were very, very generous with the donation, so I will accept 3 for sure. And they are all, I think at least, let me actually check the middle one, if this one... no, that one wasn't on the older side, but the first song is definitely a bit on the older side. We got a song by Inxs, which is a group that I'm obviously very familiar with, but not this song. I have not heard, what was it called, Kiss the Dirt? I don't know this one. I obviously know very much like Need You Tonight and Suicide Blonde, and like those songs were huge in Sweden, but Kiss the Dirt, parentheses Falling Down the Mountain, I'm not sure what it is, but I'll listen to it. Before I do though, let's see, Andy just sent, did you receive one more song from me? I did, however it's very far down the queue, and I'm not sure if we will be able to get to it today, because I kind of want to stop at 9:30, which is in 37 minutes, so that will probably have to wait for the next one. It will be one of the first songs in the, if that's the case, for the next one, but maybe we'll get to it tonight. Regardless, we're starting off with the song from Rodmorg here, Kiss the Dirt. Definitely hear the older sound quality on that guitar line. And the vocal style. It's a unique way of mixing vocals for sure. It's kind of chopped up, you know? Nice chord. I like the drumming as well. It's very consistent. Okay, why not? It's a strong bass one. It takes over quite a bit, but it's just a pulse. Very enjoyable. And the backing vocals, you know? Nice fill. Yeah, I know my foot is tapping, it definitely is. That's a dynamic way of arranging a chorus. The vocal is like very loud, and then the response is just these small little block sounds. Quite cool. It's kind of like a repeat of sections here. It's just about really like enjoying the whole thing they got going for it. Yeah, the vocals is really great. Something like so interesting about the way that this song is produced. Like most of the sound inputs, they're kind of cut off. Now we got a guitar shredding for the life of it here as well in the background. Brand new part of the track, very catchy and engaging. everything comes together really well here. The bass walks, the drumming is still consistent. Love the guitar work in here. Different layers of it as well. Got the whammy bar as well. And back to this more chill vibe of the verse, I guess. Very dynamic in that. Just kind of loud effects coming in here and there. Like, one thing that I really think about when I listen to the song is definitely the way that the sounds are so chopped. It's obviously like a clearly deliberate artistic choice to cut it up like that. And it definitely gives the song an identity, which is rather intriguing. And, you know, makes it stand out in that regard. Other than that, you know, the song is very accessible, I would say. It's catchy. It definitely has my foot tapping along to it. Just works. Really enjoyable listen altogether. And I just kind of loved that middle part of the track when it just took a different direction from what you expected. Because what I had in my mind was that when the first two choruses had, like, when the chorus had finished the second time around, you felt like, oh, I know what's going on in this song, because it was kind of the same repeated section as the first half of the song. But then they just kind of threw a curveball at you, and that's really cool. Thank you for sending that one in, Rodmore. We'll move on to the next one, which is called Point of View. I picked the radio edit here. That was just the first one that came up. Maybe I should have picked a different one. You let me know if this isn't sufficient. By DB Boulevard. And if I need to change the version, you'll let me know. But I'll start playing it now. What an image we got here. Okay. Sounds incredibly 90s. It said 2018 on it. Nice vocal.
Even my car doesn't work.
2002. Yeah, it sounds like it from that era. Don't know what Spotify's up to then. That bass is really hidden, but it's a nice pulse. And the drum loop works well, of course. Okay, why not? I think Rodmore has a thing for foot tappers because this is irresistible for me anyway. It's just rhythmically so accessible. A little bit of sound effects in here. That little... I don't even know what to call that. It's a little bit of a melodic line. Just, I would call it a transitional device, but it's not really because it's consistent in here. Subtly throwing in the beat as well. Relying on the shakers. I think the vocals are really pleasant throughout the whole thing, really. And the beat kicks in. Great presence from the bass walk as well. Italian group, okay, interesting. I've never heard of them before, personally. But now I have. It's very effective. Get my feet tapping, get my shoulders moving, I suppose. mean, it's all kind of just about being in the moment, because the song is, of course, very much the same thing throughout, which it should be, because it's a part of their style, of course. Like, this is how the genre works. Enjoyable, maintains the energy well, vocally very memorable as well, I'd say. Fun listen, has had my foot tapping for 3 minutes 50 seconds non-stop. So it definitely just succeeds in what it sets out to do. Enjoyable tune altogether. Absolutely. A long delay on the final few notes there. Thank you for sharing that one, Rodmorg. Seems like then George was familiar with it, and of course you were as well. And yeah, I think we had a little bit of foot tapping and dancing in here. Thank you for sharing that one as well. And you say the next one you discovered 2 days ago and adore it. Let's see if it's so it's from 2019. Okay, a bit recent for you, I suppose. However, when you look at the artist, they made music back in the 80s as well, so maybe well, it says 2019 on Spotify. It could be incorrect. However, the song Move Your Body by Marshall Jefferson and Solardo is the next one we're going to listen to.
I want to see all the ladies out there.
Alright, house music. This does not sound like 2019. Yeah, 1986, yeah.
Shake it, baby.
Does that mean I picked the wrong song, Rodmorg? Is this like a new version that's not the same one as as the one you're referring to? Because if it is, I apologize. Let me know as soon as possible. I'll keep listening to this version for now. And if it's not the correct one, you just let me know.
Gotta have house music all night long.
Okay.
With that house
Pick the radio edit.
music, you can't go.
So I picked the wrong one. This is like the popular one. What radio edit? There's no radio edit. Move Your Body, radio edit, Marshall. Sorry about this. There is no other version. This is the one. There's no other version on Spotify. There is one version that's 7 minutes long. I'll keep listening to this one. It had a vibe anyway, so I was hooked. So I listened to this.
Give me that house music to set me free. Lost in house music is where I wanna be. Move your body.
Move your body. I mean, it's these house chords. They're very catchy and effective. Yeah, these parts are really nice. When there's like actual vocal when they just sing "Move Your Body" 20 times in a row. I'm not very hooked, but it leads into a very pleasant part of the track. Like the chords, like the vocals a lot, really. I think they elevate it quite a lot. Move your body. I am, don't you worry. This kind of gives me like a I'm a scat man. That's kind of what I just imagined being thrown in there. This is a fun little piano section in here. I'm back with the beat. Yeah, it's very effective. Those variations, you know, they kind of just boost the impact of when the beat kicks in. Very fun. Really catchy. Really addictive in getting me invested anyway. Pow, pow, pow. And the fade out outro, I suppose. Not gonna lie, never heard of this version you're listening to. Bit of a downgrade from the original. Then where do you listen to your music, Rodmorg? Like, I use Spotify. The other versions of this song, I have no idea where you find them, because this has 80 million plays on Spotify. Is this the version you would have listened to? Quite an old production on that one, but that's 7 minutes long, you know. And it has none of the plays that the one that I listened to had. I think they probably just did a remaster or something to kind of boost up the production quality on it. Anyway, thank you very much for sharing it. It was a very fun listen, and it had my foot tapping, and it definitely was just enjoyable for me. Money Talks maybe was sampled from this. Money Talks, what's that? Do I know that? I don't know what Money Talks is. It's the same photo. Groot, have you checked out the new Marina single Epanosto Trapezi? It's kind of insane. I have not, Andy. I have not. My days are kind of stacked. I don't really find that much new music these days, which is why this is a perfect opportunity for me to do so. And I will. But thank you for pointing it out. I might be able to get around to that. I should, of course, but you know, sometimes you just forget. Anyway, the next song we're listening to, we have a few ones more that we can get through. The next one is by Sari Salu, and it's called Tyrmeys x3, so I'm guessing this is a Finnish song. It's sent in by ST Monday, and ST Monday also says, the first song I ever posted in non-ESC chat. So yeah, sometimes you can find song recommendations in the non-ESC chat on Discord, so you can always take a look in there if you want some song recommendations. And apparently this one's been in there. I haven't heard it before. I rarely I'm not on the server as much as I should be, I think. But anyway, let's take a listen to it. Quite the opening.
Jos mun viime vuodet olis pizza,
Okay.
niin olis herkullinen pohja Marina rakasti kello, mutta päällä paska kikkareita. Kaikki alkaa innokkaasti lävähtäen tuulettimeen kuitenkin. Kuinka monta pettymystä jaksan